Board to come up. I apologize.
There it goes.
Any second now.
It says it is for me already.
Well, while that's recording, I'll also say that, well, I was going to say that because we're recording. There we go. I think we're recording for everyone now. If not, then I'll put it in later. But if you are not watching this live, if you are watching this on record, I'm going to put this up on the Cavern Crusade by the end of the day that we are recording this. And if you want to be entered to win some of the prizes, like the Shake Up Learning book and the lanyards and the Breakout EDU kit, just to name a few of the things, then you are going to have to complete the activity on Cavern Crusade, and one of those activities is to take a picture of yourself in your awesome Christmas gear and submit it. So that's what you'll have to do to get entered in to win some of those prizes. Okay, so like I said, the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to kind of go over some fun little games that you can play. These are not Christmas themed per se. They're just things that you can do with your own classroom. And if you have done any of these in the past with your classroom, then speak up because I would love to see how it went. And so me and Anita, we actually participated in an artificial intelligence class last year. And we had a really good time in the class, and we picked up quite a few different things along the way. And some of these are games that you can play with your kids that I have done with different classes over the past year. And so we're going to play one together. So inside of the chat, I'm going to put the link. And the first one is called Quick Draw. And you might have seen, this one is not like hidden in any way. None of these are hidden in that sense, but some of these, the kids have already played, and you might have seen them play, if you take them to the computer lab in years past. And so we're going to take a look at Quick Draw. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And of course, it's always best if you have a lesson to go with this. And so if you're looking for a lesson over artificial intelligence that you can share with your kids that kind of goes over the history of artificial intelligence and what what they do with it and so forth, then I recommend you reach out to me, and I can kind of put you, give you some ideas, and we can kind of do a little lesson planning together. But go ahead and click on that Quick Draw, and it will take you to this page right here. And this page, what it does is it is going to give you a list of items that you need to draw. And I am a horrible artist, but we're going to have fun with it. And it'll give you a list of items to draw, and you have to do your best to draw it. On the other end, there is an AI bot that is trying to predict what you are drawing. And it will go through all of the, I'll say how we do it or how it's done after the fact. But if everyone could go ahead and click on that link and go ahead and give it a shot and work through it one time and let's see if it guessed all of your stuff. So I'm going to go on mute, but I'm going to go through one round of the Quick Draw. I finished mine. Let's see, I'll show mine off. It got all Elena's, very good. Did it not get anyone's? I'm curious. Couch is hard. I got, which one did I get earlier today? an eraser, and I wanted to draw an eraser that was that went on a whiteboard, and that was a mistake. So I messed up on that one. Sweater and curly hair. Nice. So while you guys are finishing up, I'll kind of go through what this game does. Is this game is based on artificial intelligence. No one ever says to the bot what these things are beforehand. So it really is guessing, and if it gets it right, then it goes on to the next one. And so what it's doing is, in fact, everyone doing what we just did. We just improved the AI because we have submitted what our interpretation is of that image. And so if everyone, for example, had a rake, the very first time that it was drawn, it didn't have any idea what a rake was. But as more people drew a rake, it started being able to tell what people are, or what kids and adults think a rake looks like. And so then the computer gets an idea of what a rake looks like. And so it keeps that information inside and uses it to predict what you have made. So for example, I got a soccer ball on this one, but the last time I played, I got a basketball. There's a baseball, and it has to know the difference based on the lines that you draw on that circle, or what's going on in that picture, and see what you think it was. Now, Sarah did say you can go back actually, and I believe you click on the data right here. And well, it's not there. There is a way, and maybe you have to do it more than once, or maybe I'm just entirely missing it. But there is a way to also see what it is that why you might have missed it, if you miss one. Yeah. So if you missed one, it'll show you what you drew and what it actually predicted you drew, and you can kind of see like, oh yeah, I kind of did draw it like that. Jury, yeah, that kind of, the first few times I played this, trust me, it was about as painful as you can imagine. So so that's one of the first games that I just love to play with kids, and because it really does just spark their imagination as far as that goes. But what they have done with this, and I'm going to put this into the chat, this is the second thing, this is called auto draw. And auto draw uses the same information from quick draw to and let me pull this over. Oh, it's giving me a not safe, but it is safe. And what it will do is it'll use the same data that quick draw uses to be able to predict what you can do over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw something. And so maybe, oh goodness, maybe I want to draw a basketball. Okay, so you can see up at the top actually, up at the top, it is narrowing down what it thinks I am trying to draw. So it knows that it's probably a ball of some sort. It's probably a baseball the way that it looks right now. But if I draw a line through the middle, then it just updated it to now it looks for a basketball. And so it's using, again, the same information to predict what I'm trying to put on there. But what's nice is it's not just the picture that I am looking for. So for example, I could just click up there and it will change my drawing into a much, much better basketball. But if I am wanting some different basketball pictures, then I could click any of them. So even though my picture looks nothing like this, it knows that my picture had something to do with basketball, and I might be interested in putting a different kind of basketball person on my page. Now, I could do this with, let's see how bad I am here, with a bunny. That is, so no, it's like I have no idea what you're trying to draw. Let me give it some eyeballs. And okay, up here I'm starting to get some. So I see a little kitty. I wasn't going for a kitty. Maybe if I add some stuff, I can change that. You kind of have to have some talent, right? But maybe it is a cat that I wanted to go after. So I can put a cat in. And if I didn't do a good enough job, then I can change this around and do some stuff. So go ahead and check out the auto draw. What's especially nice about this is these also become images that I can copy out of the program. So if you are someone who likes to kind of add some stuff into your your PDFs or into your Google Docs, you can copy and paste this inside, and it's basically like a way to find clip art for free that you can use online with no problem. So you can do that stuff right there. You can also add color. These are all colorless, but you can add color. It won't let you in, Melissa. Are we talking about the same thing here? I'm sorry. I see a lot of people talking, but oh, if it won't let you in, it did that to me. You have to click on advanced. It's never done that for me, by the way, so I'm not sure why today it decided to do that. You have to click on the advanced button and then just kind of click continue, even though it might not be safe. But again, auto draw is one of my favorites to make me a better drawer, because or get clip art that is maybe a little bit challenging to find online. I can kind of play with it there. So one more game is going to require you to get up a little bit. So we're going to have a little bit more fun this time. And if you could click on the link inside of the chat, it is called Semiconductor. Am I saying that right? Okay. All right. Semiconductor. Try that auto draw again later, and I will actually, inside of the Cabin Crusade, I'll put the links to everything that we're showing today so that you can find it easily. But it is called auto draw. If it didn't let you in today, try it again. Again, it's never given me that error before, so I'm not sure why today. But the next one is Semiconductor, and so I'm going to go to this, and you're going to get to see me act like a little bit of a fool this morning, or this afternoon. Semiconductor is an AI orchestra that you get to be the the conductor for, I guess. So so I'm going to go ahead and click start, and I'm going to take my earphones off. So again, you get to see me look like a fool a little bit. But it says make the orchestra play by moving your arms, and the faster you go, the faster they go. And if you move up and down, it will get louder or it will get softer. And if you move from one side to the next, it will tell you which section that they should be playing. So you have your orchestra. So let's go ahead and go. It's not letting me. I don't know why. Okay, I do know why. We will get there. So unfortunately, I have multiple cameras attached, but most of them are virtual. And so it is not letting me select the correct one, sadly. Anita, can you, do you mind showing yourself there? Sorry, I can't hear anything.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, go ahead and
Mine's
steal.
moving very slowly, so hopefully I can.
Steal presentation from me if you can.
Yes.
I apologize, everyone. I did it earlier and it worked, and now it's not working.
So I've never tried this, so is this what it's supposed to look like?
It is supposed to look like it, so you're going to have to back up just a little bit and kind of fit your body inside of that.
Oh.
And once you are inside of it, it will figure out that you're inside of it.
Okay. Do I move?
Yeah, shorten your arms up a little bit.
Short my arm. There it goes.
There it goes.
Okay.
Here we go.
So, like I said, it's moving really slow, so I'm not sure why it's lagging so much, but
We have done this with kids, and the kids did not have any problems doing it. So of course it happens like this, where we get all the problems.
Yeah. Not.
So it's not updating very well on the computer. I apologize, everyone. But I do see some of you standing at your screen, and I do see some of you guys moving around. So I know it's working for some of you. And it is good times. And I do appreciate everyone not turning off their camera before they turned on their other camera, so we can get a good look at you guys doing some funny moves over there. But that's good stuff. So again, that is one that out of all the ones that I've showed kids in class that we've had fun with, that is the one that they have absolutely
I hear it now.
They love it more than anything else. So that one is one of the better ones. And then the last little AI game, this one is especially nice for the older students. And I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, I bet, Natalie, that your husband did get a good kick out of that. And this one is called Sabotage. So I'm gonna share this one more time. And you may have seen this one. Mandy showed this one in the PD that she kind of helped out with a couple weeks ago. But Sabotage is a word association game, and it uses kind of like Quick Draw. It uses machine learning to figure out what you're trying to say and the connections that are made throughout. There's two different ways to play it. There's the quick way with arcade, and it counts down, and you got to think fast. I'm not very good at that, thinking fast or thinking for the most part. But if I can play with the blocks here, am I sharing screen?
Yeah, but it looks the same size as everyone.
Okay. So what it is, what it's doing is I'm supposed to type in something that is related to the words that are here. And kind of like Tetris, I want to make these things go down. So for example, if I wanted to get rid of football here, I might type in the word sport. And whenever I hit enter, oh, sport is already on the board, so I can't use that word. So I'm going to type in the word ball. And so now it is going to figure out what I'm trying to say, which might I be talking about, and it thinks football is the correct one. So that's the one I wanted to go away. So it did a good job there. And it will get rid of the blue and any color that is attached to that. So there, I didn't have any blue next to each other. But I might type in the word ball one more time, because sport is next to summer, I can type in ball again, which will get rid of not just, oh, it got rid of game and all the purple that were attached to game. And I'm going to keep trying to find words to associate with the other words that are on my page to make them go away. So I'm going to type in school, because in my mind, I think I can get rid of it with paper here. I guess summer school was the one that it went for. There's hamburger in the bottom right, so maybe delicious. So you kind of see how the game's played. But the link is in the description. Let's give it a couple minutes and just kind of have fun with it. And then whenever Anita, you think everyone's had enough of the game Sabotage, I'll go ahead and let you go next. Did anyone take a shot at the arcade game, by the way? Michelle, yeah. Natalie, yeah. That's where it really does kind of get more fun with, because you do have to think fast, because it'll keep adding and you lose a lot more quickly. Mandy says do competitions with your kids and see who can get the most, or there's a lot of stuff that you can do with it. And it is a quick game, and so you can play for 5 minutes and be done. You give them the link, you have them play for 5 minutes. Whoever has the most points at the end of 5 minutes they get a, I don't know, no homework pass or
Okay.
virtual high five. There you go.
Sorry to interrupt,
No, please.
but on your last little thing that you did, I could hear you, and you popped up on a whole nother window.
Let me try it again just to show it. Is this any better? Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, here you go. So here's all of the words that I need to get rid of, and so maybe I want to look at getting rid of a few of them at a time. So all of these are kind of combined here, and so I see the word ear. So maybe I want to use hearing. So it will not only get rid of ear, but it'll get rid of quite a few of them. And then I get so many points and it drops it down. So I have to keep thinking of ways to get rid of as many boxes as possible and to get as many points as possible to win the game. And I'm using word association in order to get rid of them.
Okay, thank you.
Apparently a refrigerator is fast. All right, Anita, you want to go ahead and take over?
Yes. I was busy playing. I like that game. So let me see. Where am I? Okay, so I'm going to present on a few fun games, and some of them you've probably heard of, like Kahoot and Quizlet. Those are pretty well known. I came across one recently called Blueget, so I'm going to show you that one. Let me get to it first before I put the link. And here we go. So let me present. And I showed this one to Steven, yesterday, day before, something like that.
Yes, and I told Anita that I'm in love. It is amazing.
And I even let my high school kid, try it out. Of course, he was kind of mad because Steven and I were playing one where we get to guess movies, and I gave him with multiplication. He was like, that's not fair. But here it is, and it's basically set up for you. All you have to do is sign in. There is a paid one, and it's only like $35 a year. You can look for games that are already created right here. And so you pick one out that you find interesting. There's plenty to choose from. And like I said, if you choose something like this, you have the different options of letting your kids play solo, or you can host a game in which you would give them a link. So it goes to here.
Anita, was you gonna put a link in the message?
Yes. I'll let you play let me go through it, and then I'll give you the link so you can try it out yourself.
Okay, thanks.
And let me see where it was. So after you sign up, because it only takes a few seconds, you can sign up with your Google account. You can choose what type of game. I only played a few. We played the Santa's Workshop, played the Battle Royale, can't even say that, and the Tower of Doom, which was pretty cool. So you select the game that you want, and then you go ahead and host it and send that link. I'll show you. I don't really have any kids right now, but I can let you play the game, and we can all play and see how it goes. And
change the time to 1 minute, and let's see who's got the best skills.
So we're only gonna play for a minute here, and let's see. That's it. Okay.
This is a lot like Kahoot. Except that Kahoot, everyone has to kind of be on the same page as far as I know. With this one, the kids can go ahead. There are individual games entirely, so that you don't even need a teacher. You can assign it as homework. So it's very, very interesting in that sense. Oh, apparently Kahoot does have a self-paced.
All right, some of your look, I've already got 2 players in here. And I'm not sure if there's a limit because I've never tried to have this many people in here at once.
It looks like when you pick the icon, the icons go away, so no one else can use it. So there might be just a limit based on how many icons there are.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. How many are left?
And it looks like there's 80 icons to pick.
Oh, might have enough for everybody. All right, so for this one, if you do share this with your kids and you're doing the host version, you do want to share the instructions because it won't show up on their screen, as I found out. Because look at your host screen for the instructions until they get to know like the games and things like that. You can skip the instructions. How many people do we have in our session?
Just go ahead and start it.
Go ahead and start. Okay. So there it is. Answer questions, build toys, choose helpers, sabotage, steal, and multiply toys. Most toys after 1 minute wins. Man, you just spell your lead. Wow, nicely done, Sarah. Good job, Oriane. And I'm not sure who typed in their initials, but good job. All right, so that was pretty cool. I like this game. It's a lot of fun. The kids really like it. I think they would like it. I've heard from other teachers that have used it that they really like it. And there's other games to play in there. So to get to
Anita,
that,
I'm gonna steal while you're getting to the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and steal a presentation from you, and this is one that I shared with my son, and he's going over adding and subtracting, you know, and doing it in different ways. And so one of the games that you can play is called Tower of Doom, and so I'll pass on the tutorial here, but 4 minus 0, let's see, is 4, so he gets it right, and he gets different cards to play, and these cards will allow him to then, at some point, fight in a battle. And so let me pick, I think I got to pick 4 cards in order for it to work. And here we go. I did have one that was that they had the wrong answer put in, so you kind of have to be careful. But here's the map, and then so at some point what you do is you battle against other people that are in this Tower of Doom that you're playing, that you're fighting against, I guess. And if you get the question right, you get to pick which category that you hit them with. So I will pick charisma, but he has a higher charisma, so he actually hit me. And so now it's a battle between the two of us, and to see who wins. So the more you play, the more cards you get, the better chance. So here's a wisdom. I beat him by quite a bit, so I did 6 damage. And again, you try to get to the main boss of this tower, and so anyways, that's how you play it. So I won't share the whole time, but again, the questions that we got, I didn't have to make any. It's kind of like Kahoot and Quizlet in that sense. You can pull from a bank that is already there.
All right, thank you, Stephen. Yeah. All right, so that's Blue Kit. That one's in the chat. So if you want to sign up for that one, it is there. The next one I have up is Quizlet.
You'll have to share your screen one more time since I stole it from you, by the way.
Okay. So here's Quizlet, already signed in. So if you have not tried it, I really like the Quizlet Live, and that one's kind of where I played it in when I was actually in the classroom with kiddos. So that one, I think it had them work next to each other. So I'm not sure how it's gonna work. Do you know, Stephen, how it would work online?
No, I don't. But I'm sure there's someone in here who has used Quizlet.
All right, so if you go in and you create some, you have the same thing. You have flashcards, but here's Quizlet Live, and I'll see what it looks like. So in the classroom, up on your smartboard, you can see who's winning and whoever is, like, which team is in there. But usually you have to like come up with the right answer together because you all have different answers and only one person in there has it correct. So you may have to do some kind of what are those, like little breakout sessions where they can all communicate with each other, something like that. And so we can try it and see, or we can play individual. Okay, we can do that one. So we're going to try this one. So you're going to go to the, easier for you to, so no longer together. Yeah, so it looks like you can just, the power is 62265. Play a quick little game. I don't remember which, 15 or 17.
Michelle, I see a question from before about Booklet, and I don't know if anyone ever answered it for you. The kids do not have to sign into Booklet. You can do it without an account. I believe they can sign up for an account if they want to, although I'm not sure what the student side of it does. But yeah, the kids can play it without signing in at all.
We'll see quite a few signing up. I think I'll go ahead and start. If I cut you off, I'm really sorry. That way we can go ahead and get started. All right. Oh no. Let's see. Add. One person I think was in the middle of trying to get in there. Anybody else? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. And you can see here, all different animals. Usually in the classroom, you have like just a few different ones. We're gonna start anyways. So you can get an idea how it goes. You can share your screen in a meet while your kids are working on their math problems. You can scroll down. So way in the lead over here. And with this one, I think once you get one wrong, it does drag you all the way back to the bottom. So here's our winners. That's Quizlet Live. And to get to that, to sign up for an account, I'm not going to break that. All you have to do is, and that's free, go to Quizlet.com and sign up for that one. And the other one I have is Kahoot. Anyone here not heard of Kahoot? Okay, most of you have. So hopefully I won't spend too much time on this one then. So Kahoot, I don't remember if I even have a login. Just gonna go with Google. No, so I don't even have that one logged in. Stephen, do you have an account with Kahoot?
I don't know. I don't think so. You want to show it off?
What?
Kahoot. Okay. Do you have the one that you did with the? Mandy's gonna log in and get one set up for us.
Okay,
while
well-
she's doing that, we'll come back
okay.
to that. Well, no, go ahead because you have a couple more things, right?
I do. So I was gonna say, while she's looking that one up, I got a few more, and these are just not really like online games, but just some really cool things I came across while I do my stuff. So I'm gonna go here to get the link because I don't remember it. So this one was called 12 Days of EdTech, and I shared the first one and then I kind of forgot, and I'm so sorry, but the first one was Brush Ninja, and a lot of you responded to that one and you really loved it. If you don't know what it was the create an animated GIF. And so if you don't know what Brush Ninja is, you haven't checked it out yet, you can draw your own GIF, I think it's GIF, and make it come to life. So I kind of copied the little one they had here, but we'll click, I didn't click on that. Brush Ninja is, that one's let's go to a new one. So you create something and then you create a new frame. Then you create something else, create a new frame. Once you're all finished with all your frames, you go ahead and press play, and then it plays out your GIF. So that's one. And then they have the new one that they have in beta. And I tried to do something cute there. I didn't really get very far because I only have that. Don't laugh at my art. And let's see. So we'll go back over here. But every day on the 12 Days of EdTech has something pretty neat. And I won't go through all of them because it'll take all the time that we have. And so the next one is pixel art, if you're into pixel art. And day 3 is, I can't read my own writing, winter sounds and holiday tunes. I think that one had to do a little bit with the AI that Stephen was talking about. So that one might be pretty neat. For build a snowman, day 5 is magnetic poetry. Day 6 is about gingerbreads. So there's different activities that include gingerbreads. Day 7 is creating ugly sweaters. day 8 is holiday escape rooms. We can take a look at that one. I kind of wrote down my favorite ones. So there's a Christmas escape room, Hanukkah, holidays around the world. So you can check those out. And then day 9 is not my favorite, and it was creating digital wrapping paper. I mean, unless you're doing like some kind of, I don't know, patterns or something, that one didn't entice me at all. But day 10 did, and I want to show you that one. Is this one? And it's creating digital snowflakes. I don't know why I liked this one so much, but I did. And so just this right here, and it's taking a little bit to load, but you just, with your mouse, kind of drag these little dots to create little cutouts, and you can make them as big or as little as you want when you're all done. And I'll do a couple more. And you go to make snowflake, and that's what it would look like all cut out. I thought that was pretty neat. So back over here, the last day, 11 is scavenger hunts, and the last day is not open yet. So there's still one more day that they're gonna open the last one. I think that's probably why I kind of forgot about it, because these were all locked up except for that first day when I first opened it. And then as each day progressed, it would open up another day so you can check out what they had. But the last one is still closed. So there's nothing there yet. So maybe tomorrow you can find those. So here's the website for that. And I'll put that in the, whoops, wrong one. In the chat, if you want to check out the 12 days of EdTech. The other thing I had was just taking it a step back and going into classic games using Google Slides. I did not create this, so I can't take credit for it. Somebody else did, and I thought it was pretty neat. I don't even remember where I got it from. So we have here Connect 4, and we have Tic-Tac-Toe, and that one game that you used to play in the car, which was like lines and dots. I don't know the name of it, but you can pair up your students and they can share this link when they share it with somebody, and you can play it with teams, so, or partners, and using Google Slides. You can even just take one and just share, you know, take that one game out and share that one, create a new slideshow to share that one game. So those are some classic games. I kind of like the classic games. And which brings me to almost my last one until I go back to the Kahoot. So if you go in here to any Google page and you type in Play Minesweeper, anyone old enough to remember Minesweeper, then here it is. And you have that game. And if you click this little drop down, you have quite a few more from Google. So they have a quiz, they have solitaire, they have Pac-Man, some animal sounds. I haven't checked that one out. I've played all these other ones, Tic-Tac-Toe, Snake, Fun Facts. You can even spin a dreidel, which is coming up soon. I think it's kind of Hanukkah right now. I'm not sure because I'm not familiar with that, when that holiday starts. And then the tools are really handy if you're in a meet and you need to flip a coin, you need to roll some dice, you need a spinner, things like that. You can do that right here on your screen without having to look these things, like find these things anywhere. You can just click those and roll them. So pretty neat little tools that Google has provided for you. So you just go to any link, Google slideshow, and there it is, or Google page. All right, so Mandy, do you want to go ahead and present on Kahoot?
I can.
All right.
And I know most of you have done Kahoot before, so it's not anything incredibly new. Just a couple of things. To show you. As I logged into Kahoot, I just did it with my Google account. Didn't have to go in and do a whole lot. If you go to Kahoot though, Discover is where I tend to pull from. I don't make my own very frequently. But with Kahoot, Discover, I just looked up Christmas trivia and found one that I came across that I probably would have used with my students if I would have found it earlier. And I tend to, like, once a month, I do Fun Fridays with my students. And so on our Fun Friday meeting, I do trivia just as a fun thing to get them back and engaged and signed in on Fridays. And so on the teacher end, you would see the questions. You can go in and make some edits and save it for yourself. So you can change anything that you don't like. But if you play it as is, there is a self-paced mode that Kahoot fairly recently, probably in the late spring, came out with. You can assign it and it's self-paced. You give them the link and they work through that Kahoot on their own. So it does not have to be a class activity. If you decide to do it virtually, you can, just with the knowledge that it's easier for kids to sometimes play with their own, with a second device, so they can still see the other kids in the meeting and they're not having to toggle tabs. So some of mine will just open a new tab and kind of split their screen. Some of mine will just download Kahoot on their iPad or their tablet, whatever they've got, and play that way. So if you click Teach, you'll start Kahoot here. I always do one-to-one devices. There are some different options. I always do the nickname generator. This is kind of up to your judgment of your students. If it's easier for them to type their names in, if you teach older students that like to have fun in the nicknames, then the nickname generator is a safe way for them to just choose one, and you don't have to worry about what name they're going to surprise you with. You can change different things, different options, how to join, rejoining. When you're ready and you've clicked all of your options and you click through, and this is what will show up for students. So if you want to open a new tab or if you want to do that, it's up to you. If you want to do it. So no. Okay. So once you assign that, your students will just enter that website. You can link it in the chat. If you use Bloxy, you can share it or enforce it. They'll type in the pin and play through the game. You'll have to share your screen, and they'll be on their devices able to select those answers. And that's a really fun activity for them. It can be based on the content you're teaching, but it can also be, like I do, just random trivia just to get them on and having fun with each other.
All right. The last little bit is I did share a link of kind of similar to the 12 Days of EdTech. It's just kind of an assortment of links, but the one that I shared was specifically from Eric Kurtz. And Eric Kurtz has some amazing completely free stuff, and he doesn't even make you sign up for anything like Casey Bell does. But one of those things is build a snowman, and it also showed up in the 12 Days of EdTech as well. But this is kids really, really, really love this, and it gives them the directions here, and you can go over it with them. But it gives them a snowman that they can use to as their base, and then there is all sorts of different eyes and mouths and so forth for them to make the funniest snowman that they can. And so what they would do is copy from any of these pages, paste it to their snowman, and make their snowman be a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun. So, so the link that I shared, it's like 5 up now. That includes not just that activity, but quite a few other ones that that he has shared. So last little bit that we're going to share with you. Before I go over this last one, I want to send out the link to a survey that we would really, really appreciate everyone complete for us. You don't have to do it right now. We try to make them as quick as possible. There's only 3 questions. But if you wouldn't mind taking just a little bit of time, if not here in the next few minutes, sometime in the next couple days, just to give us feedback on our on the trainings that we've been offering in the first semester, we would greatly appreciate that. But the last thing is, I did want to talk about, you know, the holiday season is a good way to get scammed in a lot of ways. And so there are some things that you can do, not just for your school account, but for any personal accounts that you have. And one of those things is and I'm going to put this into the chat as well. This is the security checkup from Google. And if you click on that, it will go through a list of items that maybe are a little bit concerning on your account, and ways that you can fix that. And one of the best ways you can fix almost any of the things that might worry you online is to set up two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication just basically means that whenever you sign into any account, it's going to send a text message to your cell phone. And if anyone tries to get into your account, they also have to have that code. And so if you were the only one with your cell phone, then you will get that code. You'll be able to sign in, but no one else will be able to. And it's just a way to keep your account more secure. And a lot of different places, not just Google, but a lot of different places offer two-factor authentication. And so we are into the habit of, if they offer it, we sign up for it, and we are good to go on that. But it's something that you should definitely think about. And the other thing that that I wanted to share was password management as a whole is pretty poor across like the world, right? So how many of you guys have ever used like your kids' names as a password, or the street you grew up on as a password, stuff like that? Or how many of you guys you know, go on Facebook and you answer those questions like what's your favorite food to eat, and it lists, you know, 50 different questions, and you think it's a fun game. That's actually a good way to steal passwords, is to get the information from those games and put it on, and try to hack into your accounts. And kind of the worrisome thing, and this is something that I have tried to get my parents on board with, and is that your password really for every single account you have should be different. And that is terrifying to think about, right? To think about that you should have to remember all those different passwords. But I did want to share this. This is a link to an article from TechRadar. There are password managers that can remember all that stuff for you. So let's see, we have the one that we use in our household, we have Bitwarden, and you can see that it is an extension that goes on our phone. It's an extension. Am I sharing right now? Okay. It's an extension that goes on our phone. It's an extension that goes on our computer. You don't even have to have an extension at all. You can log directly into it. And every single account that we have, whether it be Google or whether it be Walmart, just as an example, we have our passwords saved for, and they're all different, and a lot of them have two-factor authentication, and it's just a way to for the remembering of passwords to be done on for you. So you can get started with them. The one that I started off with was called LastPass. We have now moved on to Bitwarden. There's not anything particularly much better about it one way or the other, but if you have not signed up for any password management service, I would really, really strongly recommend it. Then you only have to remember one password, but it gets you signed in to all of those things. And the generating passwords that it gives you are going to look like this. And you can regenerate them and pick one that is especially difficult to choose from. But I guarantee you that if you start working on getting your passwords situated, you're going to be a lot safer, you know, in the online environment. So the security checkup is one way to do it, and then again, I do recommend a good password manager for everyone. So anyways, it is exactly 2:30. We just want to thank everyone for being here. going to stop presenting here. We have quite a few different links that we have shared with you today. Whenever I shoot out the email to everyone that goes over all of the that includes the recording, then I will make sure that inside of the Cavern Crusade we'll put the links to all these in case you miss something along the way or something like that. And since you guys were all here, again, if you maybe were a little bit late and Anita maybe might not have written or wrote your name down for wearing something in order to get put onto the list of potential winners for our prizes, you will make sure that come off of or show your face, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And Anita can write your name down, and we'll be doing that drawing on Friday. So we'll get the list of winners out on Friday and shoot everyone an email telling them congratulations. And we'll probably won't be able to get you the items until we get back in January, but we'll get them to you as soon as we can. But Anita, did you have any last things you wanted to say?
No, just y'all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. If you don't celebrate Christmas, and I'll see you next year.
That's right. You guys can have the rest of the year off after this week, okay? So thank you again, everyone, for joining us. I appreciate you coming in, turning on your cameras, and showing the silly side. A lot of times it's just pictures, so it's fun to see faces today. So thank you again, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays.
Bye.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.